Hi there. Thanks for clicking and stopping by. We're part of the board trying to get a little bit of knowledge out about who we are and what we hope for Temple. I'm Doug Bonifacio. If you know me from around Temple, good. If you don't, maybe that's even better. We're to tell you a little about ourselves and also why we still are here at Temple and what we believe Temple's good about. And what I want to say is about growing up is that as far as Christianity, keep this on the down low, but I grew up Baptist. But it was something that it wasn't that it was here or there, it was every Sunday. We went to vacation Bible school, we attended Sunday schools at the Baptist Temple there in Mount Hope, where I grew up. I remember the ladies that had classes, and it was a big part of growing up. And then going to camp for church camp and different activities, things like that, that influenced and brought about why early on was a Christian, I think. But what was interesting is I never got baptized until just before my marriage. And that's an odd tale that I'm just one of these people that kind of puts off things. I put off and think about and study on things a long time. But how I came to be at Temple is the marriage again. My wife had moved to Beckley, and she had grown up in a community church that had Methodist, Baptist, and Presbyterian all together in one church building. And then they had each Sunday was a different one. And when she came to Beckley, she continued with the Methodist. She got invited and was attending uptown. And as we dated, Sunday, we would alternate which church we went to. And after a while, and I was attending, it seemed more and more often with Karen there at uptown at the Methodist Temple. One of the members, Pop Rothenberger, who's long gone, but some of his work still lives in the nursery. He was a woodworker. He asked, why don't you just start coming here all the time? Yeah, I think you would really find it a good church home. And that's what it's been over these years. Karen and I got married, not right away. It was 2 years of dating. As I said, I study on things. I take a little while at anything to move along. And it was one of the last church's weddings there at the old building. In fact, Karen and I always kid about that. A lot of the businesses that we chose to deal with went out of business shortly after or soon after dealing with our wedding. So the church building closed down there, and they opened up on the hill. And we've been up there with the church 40-some years. We have attended and come to Temple as we were working. Both of us worked at the VA hospital, and I've retired now after 36 years. Karen also is retired. But why we enjoyed being here at Temple is that we got a lot out of it. We got the sense of family. We got the sense of a connection. We enjoyed our Sunday school classes. We enjoyed, there were disciple and other type of classes which we felt like led us into a deeper knowledge, a more understanding, and more connection with God, with Jesus, and making it as part of our life, not just something that we saw on Sundays. We saw a benefit in being at Temple, and that when things would go wrong, like when we had deaths in the family, when we had ups and downs in life, good times and bad, we had folks to celebrate and to help with. And we also had ways that we could share our love of Christ and with others in the community, that there were projects and things that Temple did and reached out. And that's one of the things I think that still Temple is good or able to do, that we have people that want to do this. And I think that's one of the plus things I still see as a potential from up here. We enjoy the services here at Temple. I think anyone that attends would find that the sermons, if you listen to them and if you apply them, and not just come and attend, check in, check out. There are sermon notes, there's things that to read ahead of time, that it helps you delve more and deeper into your relationship with Christ. I think the board wants to have a living presence here in Beckley, that not just to keep a building open for the sake of a building being open and for an organization to continue on marching down through time, but to be able to say we can be something to make an impact on people's lives, that people would say, I realize how good it is to have them here in town. And we're hoping that that's what, when you think of a church home, that's what you're thinking of when you come to Temple, or at least we'll explore the idea of staying with Temple or coming for the first time. Could it be that sometimes people forget why they go to church, why they attend services and such? I think so. I don't know if, one of the things growing up, my dad ran, besides other businesses and things in Mount Hope, we had the theater. And so I saw a lot of movies as growing up. And one of the movies I always remember was Ship of Fools. And this was a liner that was before the World War II, that was traveling from Mexico to Germany. And on board, these people had confrontations. There was things about being anti-Jewish, being racist, to being uncaring about their fellow man. And all this went on during this ship. But the thing that drove it home at the very end, they more or less, as they were leaving the ship, all of them went back to how they were, that they left that behind. Like, in other words, if you came to a service, sit there for the hour, and it didn't make an impact in you, that your life did not have something different. Because there was an actor who played the part, if you ever watch Wild Wild West, Dr. Lovelace, Michael Dunn. And he was in this movie, and he was the commentator and the narrator. And every once in a while, he would break the fourth wall of the movie. And at the end, he turns to you and says, "We've told you all this. All this has made this impact. What's it matter to your life?" And then he laughs and says, "Nothing at all. Not a thing." So is that what church has happened to you, that when you leave, it means nothing at all, that there's no impact? The board, we're hoping that we can make an impact on your life, on the church, that we all can make an impact on each other, that we can serve Christ. Am I an example for someone? Am I the one to help lead you? I think each person is their own, but I think it's great to be in a community and of Christian believers that can give you strength and help lead you to where you're going to be and help you look for those decisions. I think Temple is that. I hope you try, and welcome aboard and come in. Thank you.